It's a big day for small business owners. Today is National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. So we have Erica DELSIGNORE here. She's the founder of the DailyLeadCampaign.com, also has a lovely name. And we're sharing ideas on how small businesses can improve their marketing. But this can apply to everybody, really, who uses social media or who wants to use kind of that as a platform for themselves.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to mention before we get into the tips, nowadays, when you go live, everyone knows about Facebook Live, you can do that on a lot of other social media outlets, and you can ask your friends to share your live feed on their pages as well. So you can literally get in front of millions of people with your offer. It really is a great help for mom and pop businesses.
Think about how much that's changed businesses in the last few years, like since the advent of the internet. Now you can have something butterfly out where people halfway around the world can be watching your Facebook or whatever social media tool you're using, your live broadcast for your local business. That's invaluable advertising.
Oh, it's incredible. In fact, I have an interview series now, and I interview people from around the world, and we do it live every time. And so we share audiences, and it benefits both of our businesses.
Wild times we're living in. So let's talk about the nuts and bolts of going live with some of this technology. How do you do it? Why do you do it?
Well, how you do it is really just I've hidden my phone back here.
Unhide.
How you do it is you grab a phone, or actually there's software out there now where you can actually share your screen live, which was great for me because I'm always showing people what to do online with all the social media lead generation I do. So you can take it, and either way, whether you're doing it on your computer screen or on your phone, you write down in the description what you're going to be doing. And then at the end, I'll give you a little hint. That's where you're going to put your call to action and clickable links. So just, when you're getting it set up, before you hit go live, make sure that you have the right information and the call to action.
I think consumers these days are more and more discerning. They can understand what is, when they're getting had, when they're being advertised to, and when it's fun and personal. So one of your tips is to make it as personal as possible. What are some examples of that?
Absolutely. Now, you want them to get to know, like, and trust you. And a lot of people are worried about sharing, things that they've overcome in business, for example. If you've had a tough time in business and you found a way to overcome it, or even if you didn't, but you had a great lesson learned, it's absolutely valuable to your audience, and they really appreciate it when you come clean like that. So it's really incredible. And if they get to know your personal life, your family, and for example, I'm an equestrian, and I'm learning to jump. And so I've thought about going live and having people watch me jump, but it is live, so I'm afraid of them also watching me fall. But I get a lot more views.
Segments that go well aren't as memorable as the lives where you fall off a horse.
Totally true.
Either way, something to ponder. Let's talk about pattern interrupt. What is that?
Well, pattern interrupt is really cool. So it sounds exactly like what we say. You have a pattern. Maybe I do a lot of educational blogs on social media, and then all of a sudden, I'm holding my little Scottish Terrier while I'm doing the blog. And they're like, oh my God, let's all watch. And then, for example, the other night, I was shooting a little commercial. I have a 4-year-old daughter who wants to get in front of the camera. So after we're done the shoot, she was helping me out as my production assistant. She goes, I want to get on. So I get her on, and don't you know, we're doing a live segment, and she's just being completely adorable, and by the next morning, we've got over 100 views.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's as easy as that. It's as easy as pressing the record button.
Exactly.
And your point about the pet, too, people scroll through so quickly these days on whatever feed you're using. If you're holding a dog, that's gonna stop and create some attention. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Lastly, we should just say that the call to action is imperative. It's one thing to have someone watch your video. It's another thing to have them click through and really enjoy the fruits of your labor.
That's right. If you're getting all of that traffic, why not take advantage of it and earn some extra business for yourself and your family?
Not a bad idea. Always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much.
Happy National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day to you.
Thank you so much.
Right?
And to you.
Thank you so much. You got more information at mymassappeal.com.